Hello everyone and welcome to another kit review. You're here with myself, Tom, and today we're here to talk about the Emberleaf Cael knife, which we've been using for about 6 months now, so pretty well put through its paces, majority through the dough season as well, so it's had some pretty hard use. I've got one here with me with a walnut handle, leather sheath, so the sort of traditional model that Emberleaf came out with, rather than the sort of glow-in-the-dark hand or anything quite like that, and not one of the Kydex sheaths which you can get. First thing I'll say, whilst we're talking about the sheath, and then we can put that to one side, is incredibly well made, very robust, beautifully made, not a single sort of bad edge or join on it anywhere at all. Really nice. I've bought some other handmade knives from other knife manufacturers in the past and never had a sheath quite to this level of quality. And in fairness, probably the same applies to the knife itself in terms of made to exceptionally high standards. It's beautiful. There's some real sort of craftsmanship that has gone into this. Very unique shape and size as you can sort of see, with this sort of upturned edge towards the point, which actually is very useful when it comes to sort of unzipping deer, because it does sort of sit in your hand very nicely like that. So very impressed with it. As well as the sheath, it comes with a leather stropping compound and oil for treating the handle with, which you'd sort of expect at the price that they are. I mean, they're about £450 I think now, so not a cheap bit of kit, but I mean, when you see the workmanship that's gone into it, I mean, it should hopefully give you sort of a lifetime worth of service, so quite cheap in that respect. How have I found it? Well, when it came out the box, it was absolutely razor sharp, and I mean sort of razor sharp. I've never had a knife before that you can genuinely sort of shave hair with, and it was pretty incredible. Grallocked my first couple of deer with it, and it was absolutely flawless. And they do say, in fairness, to strop it after every single time you use it, which I was doing. I then went out, I think it was in a sort of February day, cold, 2 rodos in the morning, then a fallow and a muntjac in the afternoon, and by the time I got to do the muntjacs, obviously I wasn't stropping it in between, it was just completely blunt, as in it wouldn't even sort of cut through skin. Got it home, stropped it, and of course it was back to normal. And I should say as well, I don't use it to go through rib cages, and I didn't use it to go take back and front legs off either. So it was getting pretty sort of gentle use. So they're possibly not the tool if you're going out doing a big sort of cold day and going to be doing quite a lot of sort of aggressive knife work. They do need to be treated with a degree of care, I suppose I'd say. So it did sort of lead me on to end up, I've got a Lansky sharpening system, and I actually took the original edge off this and put a secondary sort of micro bevel on, which I won't go too much into kind of knife terminology, but it was a sort of Scandi grind before, and I think just the edge was just a bit too delicate, a bit too high maintenance for me, and I put I think it's a 25-degree micro bevel on, which was a little bit more robust, and actually now can quite happily do sort of 2-3 deer without having to strop it in between, and it does stay razor sharp. So you've probably got to consider what you're going to be using this for, and therefore whether it's the right tool for you. As I said, I wouldn't necessarily, you can put any edge on it that you want. So actually, I mean, in the quality of the blade, it will readily accept any edge. And I should say, once you've sharpened it, it does stay razor sharp, even now that I've put a micro bevel on it. So very impressed with it overall. As I said, probably have a think about what you're going to use it for, and whether it's the right tool for you. But I would, so far, definitely recommend. Thank you very much.